Guys, before we do get into this video, I thought I'd give you a quick intro. So this is a recent one-on-one call that I had with one of our clients that I actually recorded. Now this was the first time discussing together, so it was actually the onboarding call. This client has been in multiple other betting groups. He's been betting for many years and he has a 40K bankroll. He's nailed the foundations, he's made some really good profit over the last 12 months, and now he's simply just looking to scale. He obviously thinks that he's come to the right place because the feedback he gave after the call was very pleasing. So without further ado, let's get into it. Hey Anthony, how you going?
Hey mate, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm very well, thank you. How's your day been so far?
It's been good, man. It's been
Nice.
good. It's been a busy afternoon placing bets.
Nice, amazing. Yeah, hopefully tonight turns out alright.
It's alright, bro. It's all ebbs and flows of it all, man.
Yeah, that's right. Got the bad end of the stick last night, so we'll see what happens tonight, I guess.
I followed those F&F boys as well on the AFL, and
Right.
they had a rough night too. So I think
Oh,
it was
okay.
a good night for the bookies, but that's all right. We win in the end.
Yeah, no, that's right. Well, I guess first of all, apologies for having to reschedule the call earlier,
all good.
and then just now. But glad to be in contact. Obviously, this is our first call, so we'll jump right into things. I guess
Yep.
to begin with, I'll just ask a couple of questions just to get to know your situation a little better, and then I guess we can. Well, actually, I saw you wrote out some questions to begin with, so maybe let's go through them. I'll give you some answers. Then I guess we'll probably I'll figure out some questions to ask along the way, and then if there's anything else that I want to go over, obviously we'll get into that. And then wrapping up the call, we'll just go over your kind of next few steps. What kind of the biggest levers that you can pull to make a kind of a good impact on your situation. So ideally, we finish these calls, you have a few tasks or a couple of action items that you can go and do to make some progression, and then we just regularly jump on calls. Henry would usually be on this call as well, but he's just speaking with another client. But
Yeah, that's cool.
I'll give him a brief of how everything goes today. But I guess just to begin with, how long have you been doing betting for? Like, I guess kind of
I've
take it
started
serious.
match betting kind of like this February, February 2024.
Nice.
No, 2025. So
Yep.
it was with the system, just kind
Okay.
of seen an ad, joined, paid the sub there, did all the learnings and kind of I paid for a fair few there, like their horse racing system, their sports system, and then kind of went down a bit of a rabbit hole with it. I was ended up chasing some EV on OddsJam and found BetSniper and just kind of guided my own path with it.
Nice.
And then it was about 2 months ago, I made a call to just I'd made about, let's say in 12 months, about $15,000.
Nice.
And kind of just made a call to jump in and like really launch at it. So I invested pretty much most of that money, obviously with you guys, and then I put a little bit of money in towards. So I kind of gone away from them at the moment, so with what I've implemented in the last 2 months, I've managed to make 20K, 7K and 13K months.
Amazing.
But I just look at my setup, and the boys are great to deal with. But there's just a few gaps there. They very much seem to be like a big crash and bash type setup. It's get accounts, load them up with money, smash promo, smash EV, get 4 or 5 grand out of a tab or a sports bet or whatever, and move on. I just felt like there was a lot more, and I'm hoping you guys will. From the sales call I had with Orlando, it sounded like there's a lot more juice to squeeze out of this setup, and I really just want to know as much as possible and everything, and then have all the answers. Really, I know it's an ever-changing kind of industry, I guess, but just to be set up the right way.
Yeah, of course. Okay, well that's definitely very good to hear. Not only that you've had some really good months quite recently, but you've also been within this industry and a part of some of the other groups in Australia. I agree and can completely understand everything you've mentioned about the other two groups as well. I'm not going to touch too deeply, I guess, on them, but Henry and I have both. We've been betting for 5 years. We're most definitely aware of both of those groups, being inside of them, had friends that have paid for certain things from them. You're exactly right about the longevity side of things regarding. For us, we usually have our accounts for like at least a year, usually 2 to 3 years of promos. it's really just about
Yep.
your setup, how you actually set up and prepare the account to begin with, and then if you can just put the right management practices in place, you'll have no trouble. Usually, I guess you obviously mentioned some numbers, that $4,000 type of mark. Usually we're getting around 13K profit just from each tab account that we get. Obviously you've got all the other bookmakers from each set of accounts that you do get as well, but most definitely we'll try and I guess increase the longevity of the accounts that you do have. So I'm glad Orlando mentioned that on the call. And like realistically, we all know, same with the other groups, everyone that does match betting knows that it actually is profitable. But the difference between, I guess, people that do it for a little bit or people like us who do it for years on years is the longevity side of things, and how can you make the most out of every single betting account, which you've obviously mentioned. So that's definitely good to hear from your point of view. Not that you're just trying to make some quick money, but you actually want to do this for the long term. So that's great. We have a couple of documents regarding the setup of accounts. I guess my question to you would be, how many accounts do you have right now? Are you in the phase of like setting up and preparing some accounts, or what does your account situation look like?
Yeah, some yes, some no. The advice from DGen was kind of get in and rip and go. So I've kind of read a fair bit of your stuff already, and just it looks like the first month is kind of very critical. So I'd say I've got a fair few tab accounts that aren't performing how I'd want them to in terms of promo. Like this, I've got a fair bit of like $50 promo this weekend for the racing, but then AFL and NRL all at $10 and that type of stuff. So that's probably my biggest gap. Like the non-promo stuff's obviously no problem to be kind of taking. It's just getting my personal sports bet. I've got say about $6,000 in there, but I'm on $25 promo. So it's just kind of getting a strategy in place to get these either back up to 50. Something me and Orlando spoke about that you guys kind of have a bit of a strategy for, or at least there's a bit of a guideline. I imagine it doesn't always work the same, but that's my biggest gap. Just looking at your tips, I've got enough accounts. If I had everything at $50 on max promo, I can follow these at my 2 unit, pretty close to my 2 unit. So that's my biggest downfall, my accounts at the moment. That's kind of why I've come to you guys too, because I'm looking at just watching these accounts, like setting them up at the start, like how quickly they can just get cut down to $10 or banned or whatever.
Yeah, most definitely. So like interesting you say that about, because it's similar to us. Like for their business model, when they get new members in, they want their new members to make money right off the bat. So that's why they're encouraging you to just go ahead, use the promotions so they get a happy customer, but I guess it's the first 30 days of your opening account is the most important. You want to make sure that your betting behavior is nothing like a sharp or actual good punter. And then after you get reviewed, you get reviewed as a mug punter ideally, and then you're completely on the back burner. You're not going to get looked at for the next kind of 6 to 12 months. That's ideally what you want to kind of go about. So I'm not sure. I'll send over a couple of documents, because obviously, like, I could speak for hours on this, but I would prefer basically the way we take it. Really, we have documents pretty much on every topic. So I'll just send over the documents so we can kind of make everything efficient. But like from our kind of point of view, and I guess how this will look moving forward, is you've obviously made an investment. It's most important that we do recoup that as soon as possible. So for Henry and I's, I guess, kind of vision for you, it's really just about what things can we do right now that is going to make you more profitable, and then obviously how can we make sure that we do this for the long term. So instantly for you, you obviously want to make sure that your accounts can reach that kind of maximum promo limit. So we'll set up, we'll send over the account preparation documents. That way, any accounts that you're preparing, or even if you do in the future, you'd make sure you do them properly. But then also the accounts that you have right now, the ones that are at the $10 to $25, well, most it really depends. Like some of them, it's quite difficult to get back to 50. But if you've still got $50 horse promos, and even like you've got $6,000 in your sports bet, but you're only been reduced to 25, like both from what I've heard from you, those accounts are definitely recoverable. We'll probably just need to, we'll send over, so I'm not sure, basically the way it works in the ERT is everyone runs off the same tipping service. So the tipping service that the low ticket tipping service, everyone's following those bets. But then you'll also see in the ERT we give out extra non-promotional tips. They're usually singles. Those are used for people in the position that you're in, where you're looking to recover accounts, you need help or assistance in terms of account recovery, and you want to actually increase the health of your account. So if you're able to, probably what we suggest is your non-promo unit size is around 40% of your promo unit size. But if you can, I guess, on those accounts that you're mainly trying to get back to 100% promos, if you go through and just place those single legs, even some of them you can add into multis. Obviously, depends on how confident you are on them, that type of thing. But most definitely, just getting in. Getting in more non-promo. You just need to make sure that your ratio is probably two non-promo bets to one promo bet, or actually the amount of money staked each week. That's really the main thing. If you can make sure you're placing a lot more money non-promotionally on those accounts just by doing head-to-head mug bets, you're going to have a mug type of betting behavior, and then the bookies are going to go, all right, this guy seems like someone who we're going to get the good end of the stick of and actually become and make money off, so we'll give him back the $50 promos. That's really how it works. That makes sense?
Yeah, nice. No, I'm looking at these now. Yeah, so it's that's handy. That's good, because I was looking at these last night and I was trying to. I knew I had this meeting, so I didn't play too many of them. I played a few. The EV ones were hard to go past. I was like, oh, geez, there's some big numbers there on the percentages. So I took a couple which got burnt, but that's cool. Just on that mug stuff, I'm a bit of a fan on Bet Sniper of the line out tool. I don't know if you use Bet Sniper much at all, or if you played around with it.
I played around with it, but I don't use it. Yeah,
they got a tool on it's all EV, but they're essentially measuring, say Lockie Ash tonight, say 25 disposals. If you can get him at 24, they've got a certain algorithm that, or their costs or whatever, like price, that kind of generates EV. So you're getting a better number, but the price that is mismatched, and it's EV. Yeah. I've been multiing a fair few of these plays, like cross game multis. Both the legs are kind of. So I'm just getting a charger for my laptop.
No, you're good.
Both the legs are EV. Per this tool I'm using, but the original plan was, it's profitable, it's non-promo. I guess do these kind of flag with a bookie as a sharp? Like, I'm obviously beating closing line value all the time, or is it something that's sustainable? Is it something that kind of is going to get me caught? Is anyone playing around with it? That type of stuff.
Great question. So single bets on their own are a sharp type of bet, and they aren't good in terms of your account sustainability. But if you're doing the normal bets that we suggest, so the tipping service, you're following them, you're also then potentially doing some of your own non-promo bets, but then you're potentially back in laying, turning over your bonus bets on the horses. You might also be doing head-to-head Dutch bets where you're covering both outcomes. And then on top of that, you're doing those single bets. That's when it will be no issue. If you're just doing the single bets, or you're not really doing those 4 other combination or types of bets, that's when it becomes sus. Does that make sense?
Yeah, you want to spread as much as possible. Yeah, it's something. It's hard. It's a lot of work, but it's kind of what you got to do.
Yeah, that's right. Because if you just think about it from the bookie's point of view, if you're just someone who's just doing single bets, or that's at least 50% of your betting kind of strategy, you're clearly, that's more of more likely to be profitable than running multis, for example.
Sorry, man.
No, take your time. Take your time. No problem.
Sorry, man. I thought you was asleep, but there we go.
No, that's okay. No problem at all.
So with the say from a setting up brand new account. I'm looking to follow these non-promo tips, either in a multi or just single type of plays. What are you guys doing for horse? Like, I know you guys do some horse non-promo kind of tips pretty, like, I don't know, just from, might be one every couple of days or something like that. Is it a bit more on a Saturday or something like that?
No, non-promo is very rare for horses. It will only ever be a multi that would ever do non-promo for horses.
Oh, yeah.
It'll either sometimes, a lot of the time we'll do bonus bet plays. but that's only after we get it from a promotional play. But yeah, it's 99% promo.
I kind of just roll out on a Wednesday and a Saturday.
Yeah.
It's just like it's the main kind of tracks and
yeah, that's good. Very similar to us. But yeah, the reason we'll start with like a $10 to $20 bet size or stake size at the start on a brand new account is you just want to make sure that you do fly under the radar when you get reviewed. If you can just start on that kind of smaller amount, that's what 99 or 90% of people will start on when they do open a brand new betting account. So yeah, you just kind of slowly bump your way up, and then you're pretty much good to go.
Yeah, nice. While we're talking about that kind of withdrawal kind of account setup, I've got some accounts that I need some help with, I reckon. Like I've got some new accounts that kind of blew up. One of them, look, I come from being kind of taught, don't withdraw, like you leave the money in there kind of thing. And I think they probably taught us that at the start. Because like I would look at this and go, I'm making so much money, I can't get any money out of my accounts. Like even all of a sudden I've made 20 grand in 2 months, and I'm kind of sitting there spooked. And then I start worrying about the other side. It's like, well, I'm not withdrawing, but now I've got 2 grand in a pickle bet from an account that's 2 months old.
So it's a funny thing because a lot of people, we hear that a lot about people being hesitant in terms of withdrawals. And we used to run off the similar thing. Like we learned a decent amount from the system when we started. Like we've come to find most recently that withdrawals isn't always the worst thing, because that's what a mug punter would do. Like if a mug punter gets a big win, they're just going to withdraw, and they're going to keep a bit of money in, they're going to keep betting, they're probably going to lose it and then probably deposit again. But withdrawals aren't always the worst thing to do, because you're matching a mug better's behavior. Is it more that,
or they
I would say tier 1, Sportsbet, Tab, Better, Bet365, PointsBet, Neds, Lads. That'd be tier 1.
Corporates.
Yep. And then tier 2 would be
Pickle Bet.
Yeah, Pickle, probably Swift, Crown Bet. Oh, they're probably on the border of bet tier 3. I do have a document for this. I'll send it over to you after the call. Yes, so any other questions regarding that? Because like it also depends. Like we might have a good weekend where an account gets to 3K and we're like, all right, we'll just leave the money in for next weekend. Let's see how high we can get it, or let's see where it's at. So like it sometimes depends on the situation, but I do like the question that you asked, and obviously that should give you a little bit of a better idea about it.
No, that's great. Yeah, that's that. So with tier 2, say Pickle Bet, something like that, is it kind of, can I've got 1,500, or are you going a bit higher? Like you'd say rough.
I would, if it was 1,500, I'd probably pull money out and leave 700 in, 600, 700, 800 in, that type of thing. Especially because you have the hyperbot, you want to quite frequently be withdrawing and then dispersing your money so you have even amounts in your accounts. So yeah, that's probably what I'd suggest.
And then so 700 down, and just rough discounts. I'm not, again, if I do one of these withdrawals and I get banned, it's just the game. So it is what it is. Like,
no, that's right.
So I'm not part of holding a gun to your head.
No, you're good.
More time, I guess, time of withdrawals. Obviously, withdrawing something at 5 a.m. Monday morning compared to a Saturday afternoon. Like, you guys have a day you do it. It doesn't matter. What do you think?
Honestly, it doesn't matter. We don't ever really withdraw on a specific day. Like when we first started using,
losing a bit of comfort. Like, are you guys dealing with I obviously haven't set up a lot of accounts how you guys are telling me to set up a lot of accounts. So I guess I'm probably up in the air here. Say my Pickle Bet's got 1,800 in it. It's 2 months old. It's got some pretty big units. It's actually, I'd say it's pretty balanced in terms of my promo ratio.
So I would also say, just to add, if you know that you're about to withdraw from an account, you should probably try and do some non-promos. So if you could just do some head-to-head Dutch bets, that type of thing, just so it looks like once you do withdraw, you're going to actually continue betting, and over the next 12 months, you're going to invest money into this account. Because the way we always just try and look at it is if you were the bookmaker, would I ban this guy or would I let him run because he's going to come back and give me more money?
Yeah,
that's really how you want to think about it.
Yeah, that's a good shout. Because this pickle bet, I've had 15 promo bets for $400, but I've had 12 non-promo for $1,200.
Yeah, no, you're fine to withdraw. That's a very good ratio. If you can keep that up, you're going to have your accounts for a very long time. So that's great. That's music to my ears, honestly.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, okay. Well, I've kind of probably got to go through and fix some accounts because Degenerate's like send it, and now I'm like looking at some stuff like, okay, I've got to get this fixed up. But yeah, I like it. And are you guys more 1-to-1 ratio with numbers or actual dollar value? Like if I have 4 promos at 50, but I have 2 non-promos at like 150, so like it's kind of more balanced in terms of dollars towards non-promo.
Yeah, so the metric that matters is the dollar amount. So it's not volume of bets. You just need to, if you stake $1,000 promo in a week, you need to stake $1,000 non-promo that same week at least.
And you can do it in 3 bets, but
because your promos, especially if you're doing horses, you're going to have a lot more volume of promo bets compared to non-promo, but you just do larger amounts. Yeah, so that's exactly right.
Yeah, that's cool.
Just looking through the questions you wrote out. You mentioned,
is it sustainable at that first withdrawal? Am I going to get stung? And that's, I like what you guys kind of are saying. Like, get 3 weeks in, mug it, then do that small withdrawal. And if it gets stat decked 3 weeks in, I've probably only got $200 in there. Unless a fair few win, like I'm likely to be like, well, okay, they've asked for statements, so I'm not going to be able to do it without lying. Just let it go, kind of thing.
Yeah.
To the couch.
No problem.
Yeah, like I'd say I try to, like I'm doing this with a mate as well, kind of a business partner in it, and like he was we kind of just recently joined together to kind of do it, and
it's great.
I was going through his accounts. I'm like, far out, man. What are you doing? He's like, yeah.
I would pretty much say the biggest impact for you. You've obviously got a very good understanding of your kind of position and how to get to that next level. It's just really about making sure that you can accurately follow the bets with promotions. You'll be able to do that by maintaining and keeping up to date with your account sustainability. So I'll show you over those documents regarding that. But I guess from your point of view, any other questions or anything else that you wanted to go over specifically?
Might have just been more inside the dashboard. I guess, there's a fair few people putting kind of tips up. Like, you guys put the EV tips up last night.
Yep.
So I know that's obviously good. Like, the non-promo, they're just for account health.
Mm-hmm.
It's more towards, like the members' tips. Like, are people putting tips in here that are EV or they've got an edge? Like, is it kind of a free-for-all? Is it something to look into?
Yeah, so I guess the good thing about the ERT is it's really only actual serious people. Not only is it a decent price point to join, but we're not just going to let anyone in because that obviously decreases the kind of standard of each member. And due to that, the bets that are put in are very good bets. So it really depends on the person. The reason we have only just recently opened up that channel, just probably within the month, I would say, because some of the guys were getting very good World Cup results. There was just a lot of different markets that we personally don't even bet on that people were crushing it on. There's most of them will be EV. So either good EV bets or they just are very confident that's the sport they've been focusing on for the last couple of years, that type of thing. What I always say to new members is just, I probably wouldn't put your own money on those bets, but keep an eye on them because you'll get a good gist of which guys in this group are really fucking good punters. And if you want to tail them, then you can most definitely do it.
Yeah, they're kind of betting without actual promo. Like, it's pretty impressive. Yeah,
we honestly have some group guys in the group are probably more sharp than Henry and I. Obviously, we use promo and that's why we're so profitable. But like, there's some guys that are really good at non-promo stuff. So once you kind of just get a good gist of who each person is and what their track record has looked like over the last couple of weeks, that type of thing, you can most definitely kind of slowly integrate following their bets as well.
Yeah, sweet. All right.
Cool.
Good.
I'll send over the notes from this meeting as well. and we'll just give you a recap. I'll also send over the recording of this call if you did want to watch it back or anything. You'll be able to do so.
So account, we'll have like something that's sustainable. Like obviously, I think my account was probably just too heavy AFL. Like, it sounds like you need to have a balance, like, of, if every bet of mine is 3-leg AFL disposals, all around like $1.15 to $1.20 to get me to $1.80 to $2.10, and you have 150 on it, like, you're flagged as having an edge. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's right. So if the account balance just slowly grows, and you're just continuously doing the same type of strategy, and that's what's making it grow, you're gonna be seen as someone that's sharp, and you're going to get mugged.
Yeah.
You're going to get banned, sorry. But like with that being said, you can probably just stick with that strategy, but you want to just be placing head-to-head Dutch bets. So even if you have some big head-to-head Dutch bets where you lose on that account and it looks like you've just lost $600 or $1,000 on that bet, but you've obviously gained it on the other side on a different bookmaker, it's gonna make it look like the strategy that you're using isn't actually that profitable. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I get you. No, that's something I probably even if I do go like I said, 600 or something, or $500 and Dutch it on just even on Betfair, and hopefully even get some money out type of thing. And like if it wins. You can't control it, but because that's something that's not currently in my setup. All right, boys. So that wraps up this video. In the description below, we've got all of the links. You can join our Discord for free, but most importantly, if you personally want to get coached by Henry and I, you want to join our ERT and be in the group chat with Anthony himself, then click the link below and apply. Other than that, thanks for watching. I hope this video helped you. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.